Good evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Monday, June 19, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Opposition loses case as court upholds validity of NRF Act. DHARAMLALL lawyers up as every protocol being followed amid sexual assault claims. Government now delivering old age pension through MMG. Venezuelan national killed by son during Father's Day row, and family questions treatment at SKELDON hospital after quarantine farmer dies. Now for the news in detail. The legal challenge brought by the parliamentary opposition over the passage of the Natural Resource Fund Act in the National Assembly in 2021 was today thrown out by Justice Navindra Singh. In our lead story tonight, Fiona Morrison reports that Attorney General Anil Nandlall has hailed the ruling as expected, while lawyer for the opposition Roysdale Ford has expressed disappointment.
Guyana's Supreme Court on Monday upheld the validity of the Natural Resource Fund NRF Act, which was passed in the National Assembly in December 2021 amid much controversy. In a ruling delivered on Monday, Justice Navindra Singh would only say that the case filed by the parliamentary opposition challenging the validity of the act was dismissed in its entirety, with costs awarded to the respondents, including Attorney General Anil Nandlall SC. Given that he had other matters to deal with, the judge did not read out his 18-page judgment. He, however, provided the lawyers for each party with a copy of his written decision. Nandlall, in speaking with reporters, said that such a ruling was expected, given the frivolous and vexatious application mounted by the opposition.
I expected the ruling to go this way. This is yet another demonstration that the opposition is living an alternate reality. Here it is, as you would recall, and your viewers will recall, the opposition felt opposed to the NRF bill and then proceeded upon a course of action unparalleled in the parliamentary history of this country. They behaved in a riotous, vulgar, and reprehensible manner. In so doing, they broke the mace and disregarded many admonitions from the Speaker, who is in charge of the House. And then when they still did not get their way, and of course they danced and they blew whistles and everyone saw what happened. When they did not get their way, they walked out of the parliament.
Meanwhile, opposition lawyer Roysdale Ford SC expressed disappointment with the ruling and signaled his intention of filing an appeal.
First, we are in fact quite disappointed with the judge's ruling. As you know, we have not had a chance to hear the reasons, but we've just given a copy of the judgment. But this case deals with a number of very important constitutional issues, and I will consult with clients and possibly with their consent with a view of appealing.
On the night of December 29, 2021, opposition members of parliament dislodged the mace from its position at the desk of the clerk of the National Assembly and protested in an attempt to prevent the Natural Resource Fund bill from being passed. Opposition Chief Whip Christopher Jones and trade unionist Norris Witter had filed legal proceedings against the government in April 2022. Contending that, due to the absence of the parliamentary mace, the most significant symbol in the National Assembly, and because some members of the National Assembly had not been seated, the NRF Act cannot be regarded as being lawfully passed. But in his affidavit in defense, Nandlall contended that the court action is an abuse of the court process and is without any legal basis. As such, he had urged the court to dismiss the matter. He argued that whether or not the mace is in place or whether an instrument can be used as a mace, the purpose of the mace and matters connected to Parliament are matters over which the High Court has no jurisdiction. Fiona Morrison, The Evening News.
Rupasina Ryan joins us now to report that Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Nigel DHARAMLALL has retained the services of a prominent law firm as investigations continue into the sexual assault allegations made against him by a 16-year-old girl. Here are the details.
The allegations of sexual assault, which first surfaced on social media last week, has attracted the attention of the Guyana Police Force and the Child Care and Protection Agency. As a result, Minister Nigel DHARAMLALL has retained the services of Hughes, Field and Stobie, which is the law firm owned by Nigel Hughes. A statement from the law firm on Monday indicated that Minister DHARAMLALL remains willing and disposed to assist in a full investigation of the matter. It also noted that all allegations have been denied. The law firm further indicated, quote, "In the interest of a fair investigation and the necessity to protect the interest of all parties concerned, we urge that speculation, wild accusations, premature judgments, and unsupported conclusions be avoided." Unquote. The minister has since made a request to proceed on administrative leave as investigations continue. This was confirmed by President Dr. Irfan Ali, who explained in other sections of the media that the leave was requested by DHARAMLALL himself. The Evening News understands that the 16-year-old victim in question is in the care of the Child Care and Protection Agency, and a full probe has been launched. This was announced by Human Services and Social Security Minister Dr. Vindhya Prasad.
The Child Care and Protection Agency, which falls under the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, has embarked on an investigation, as I had committed to, and that investigation is ongoing. To date, a statement has been given and a forensic interview report has been compiled and will be submitted. And we are following every protocol that we usually do whenever any such allegation is made.
Several prominent figures have since weighed in on the development, including opposition parliamentarian Geeta Chandun Edmund and Education Minister Priya Manik Chand. Chandun Edmund urged an impartial investigation, while Manik Chand has expressed that allegations of rape, sexual assault and gender-based violence must always be taken seriously. Rupasina Ryan, The Evening News.
During today's sitting of the Public Accounts Committee, an engineer who was attached to the Region 1 Democratic Council implicated the regional administration when probed on the Auditor General's findings that a check was cut and held for a contractor that never submitted a performance bond. Gerald Bryan has the details in this report.
On Monday, the PAC met to discuss the findings of the 2018 Auditor General report concerning Region 1, Barima Waini. One of the findings dealt with a contract for the construction of an X-ray lab at the Pekera District Hospital. The PAC demanded explanations from engineer Raul Boyer on why $13.4 million was paid and a $4.7 million check cut, held and rolled over for a contractor that did not submit a bond security. However, the engineer would go on to implicate the regional administration at the time, led by Leslie Wilberg.
In order for a check to be prepared, to be held for the future next year, the signatories to that check, including the accounting officer that participated in this process. Was this a decision of the regional management that you put on hold this check, or did you acted alone?
Yeah, I did not act alone. I did not, because most of the who make the final call on whether or not the check is being cut or payments are being made in the regional executive officer.
And who was the regional executive officer?
In 2018, with Mr. Wilbur.
So you received an instruction to cut and hold the check?
It was not given in writing, but at the end, on the 15th, by the 15th of December, I had to do a proposal in terms of how much percentage of the project will be completed at the end of the year, which was done.
When it comes to the contractor being paid 60% of the contract sum, even though a bond was not provided, the engineer said that certain factors were considered.
Normally in Region 1, we pay for up to 30% mobilization with the security bond, with the bond. In this case, the contractor did not request. That's based on the contractor's request of for mobilization. In this case, he did not request mobilization payment. He started work, and this way we pay a first part payment and not mobilization in that.
Finance Secretary Sakrishnalal Pasha said that starting next month, the Ministry of Finance will be training accounting officers. While PAC Chairman Jermaine Figueroa welcomed the move, he noted that it may take prosecution before accounting officers toe the line.
The reality is we have accounting officers who are irresponsible in the execution of their duties, and all of the training that your office may provide may not be the solution to the issue of delinquent accounting officers and their supporting staff. So what may be required is some additional punishment, reprimand, something that will compel them to do what is required. If we are start jailing some of these accounting officers, then probably that might be the solution. But let us start with the training first, and I'm happy that your office has endeavored to embark on training as soon as next week. So kudos to you and your office, and I trust that all those who will be afforded the opportunity to be trained will understand the importance of the responsibility that has been bestowed on them.
Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
In a bid to revolutionize the way old age pension is distributed to pensioners, the Human Services and Social Security Ministry teamed up with the Mobile Money Guyana MMG Plus to launch a new platform for elderly persons to receive and spend their monies. Tasia Dickinson tells us more.
Through the partnership between the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security and Mobile Money Guyana, pensioners can now opt for their pensions to be deposited into their MMG accounts. This is yet another way to ensure pension payments are easily accessible by senior citizens countrywide. Pensioners also have the option of having their pension deposited into their bank accounts or through the traditional book system. Speaking during the launch of this new partnership, Human Services and Social Security Minister Vindhya Prasad explained that since in 2020, the ministry has implemented significant steps to ease the situation of pensioners standing long hours in lines to access their pensions.
We are here for a significant step where we have embarked on a journey of ensuring that there is access and ease of access when it comes to our senior citizens or pensioners having their pension in their hands and having the opportunity to do this across the length and breadth of Guyana. And to make this possible, we have definitely explored every opportunity over the last 3 years to achieving this kind of access of which I speak. I believe that our senior citizens have reached their twilight years, and it is time for them to enjoy their benefits, and not only enjoy their benefits, but to access those benefits utilizing every conceivable opportunity to reduce the long lines, which I've never liked. And if you would have looked back to 2020, that's something I spoke about very early getting into office. And from then to now has been that trajectory where the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security would have looked at every way to make that a possibility.
Meanwhile, the General Manager for MMG, Bobby Taram, shared that this partnership marks a significant milestone in the country and is a testament to MMG and the Ministry's shared vision to enhance the lives of pensioners. She added that there are over 1,200 pensioners who currently utilize the services of MMG, and the company has over 1,000 agents in all 10 regions across Guyana.
The introduction of MMG as a pension payment option is a testament to our commitment to leveraging technology to enhance the lives of those we serve. And we're happy to serve alongside the Ministry of Human Services. For our dear pensioners, we've ensured that the process involved to make the choice of receiving your pension in your MMG account a smooth and hassle-free one. You simply visit the offices of the ministry, sign up the forms to confirm that you would like to receive your pension by MMG, hand in the pension book, and from the next month you will automatically see your pension arriving in your MMG account. And then the power is in your hands. You can decide exactly what you want to do with it.
There is no cost attached for pensioners to cash out their MMG payments. Tasia Dickinson, The Evening News.
Coming up, West Berbice man seeks help for surgery after becoming completely blind, and tourism key to Guyana's economic transformation in next 5 years, says Ali. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Look out! The Oreos belong to us.
No, they belong to whoever finds them first.
Get your Oreo Transformers Limited Edition and awaken the beast.
Turbo energy drink rolling out the Turbo Hot Summer Wheels promotion. Win a brand new 2023 Honda HR-V. Plus over $3 million in weekly cash and prizes. Just grab any bottle of Turbo energy drink, Buster or Classic, and locate the 8-digit code on the bottle. Then visit Turbo IG and Facebook at Turbo_Caribbean for more details. Conditions apply.
Optic offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optic, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optic, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to the ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optic takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optic Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Sally's Boutique is the place to shop when looking for quality high-end men and women footwear, wristwear, wallets, and clothing. Follow us on Instagram, Sally's Boutique GY. We're located at Charlotte Street between Camp and Wellington Streets. Contact us on 231-7519. That's 231-7519. WhatsApp 613-9578. That's 613-9578. Sally's Boutique, the new home of Clark's.
Isuzu D-Max, built to work. Whether it's mining, construction, agriculture, or just adventure, Isuzu D-Max does the job. Put it to the test. Isuzu D-Max, engineered to keep every promise. Marex is the authorized dealer for all Isuzu products. Marex, telephone 226-1482 and 226-1306.
Play virtual blackjack for an exclusive gaming experience. Do you have what it takes to beat the dealer? Visit www.superbet.gy and check out all the different bet types. Must be 18 years and older. Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Superbet, your best bet.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the murder of 47-year-old Ion Hernandez, which occurred last night at his Sophia, Greater Georgetown home. Hernandez was a Venezuelan national who worked as a laborer in Guyana. The murder was allegedly committed by his 20-year-old son, who suffers from a mental illness. Police said at around 23:30 hours, the father and son had an argument over food when the young man armed himself with a knife and stabbed his father to the leg. An alarm was raised by the victim's wife, causing the suspect to be detained with the knife in his possession. Meanwhile, EMT from Albertown Fire Service responded to the scene and pronounced the victim dead. One stab wound was observed to the back left thigh and no other wounds were observed on his body. After being admitted at the SKELDON Hospital in Region 6 for about a week, a Corentyne cattle farmer has died and his cause of death remains unknown. In this Andrew Carmichael report, family members are raising questions about the treatment their loved one received at the hospital as they call for higher authorities to investigate.
Dead is 58-year-old Jairam, a cattle farmer of number 57 Village, Corentyne, Region 6, East Berbice, Corentyne. He passed away at the New Amsterdam Hospital on Saturday, hours after being taken there. Jairam was initially admitted as a patient at the SKELDON Hospital on June 9, but was taken to the New Amsterdam Hospital on June 17 after his condition continued to get worse and family members experienced difficulty getting information from medical personnel at the facility. His wife, Chandrawati Jairam, said initially she was told that the doctor had prescribed 3 different medications for her husband, but only 2 were available.
Then tell me that they get 2 and then go give me the paper for buy 1. And they never give me the paper until now for buy none.
Meanwhile, the now dead man's daughter-in-law, Christine Sarup, said her father-in-law was having difficulty breathing and was taken to the SKELDON Hospital where he was admitted.
For the couple days, we went there, we tried to meet the doctors, we never get to reach none. When we go and ask the nurse yesterday for reach the doctor, she said till today half the doctor go come. We go there, we ask who are on the ward, they say, when they me go the male nurse, send me for a female ward. When we go female ward, she send me back a male ward. When we come back, then I know what complaint again. When I be asked, I been not get none hearing from nobody. When we reach on doctor, he say how me father get his kidney fail, his heart black, he get blockage of his heart. And this morning when I be going now, the doctor say how me father get stroke and how they can do nothing.
That was Saturday. She said as a result of that, they decided to take the patient to the New Amsterdam Hospital.
When I be signing, I be take out my father up and then now for care in Amsterdam. Then give somebody else's medical report. Which I've been satisfied with my father passed away.
That report was seen by this newscast, and it was for a patient of Albert Street, number 79 Village, Corentyne, who was being observed for suspected malaria. The woman explained that on June 9, Jairam was able to walk into the hospital, but on June 17th, they had to lift him. The family is calling on authorities to provide them with answers and for the matter to be investigated. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
Meanwhile, efforts to get a comment from regional health authorities on this case proved futile. We now tell you that a West Berbice man is seeking the assistance of the public for corrective surgery to his eyes after going blind. Our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael joins us again with this story.
28-year-old Jonathan Rosario of Kingley Village, West Coast Berbice Region 5, went totally blind in February last. Rosario, who lives alone, lost vision in the right eye in 2018 and had limited vision in his left eye until February, when he became totally visually impaired. He is currently seeking assistance for medical treatment, which is currently not available in Guyana. The surgery is available in Colombia and cost $52,000. Chief neurologist Dr. Amanat Duki has evaluated Rosario. Rosario was initially diagnosed in 2018 with progressive loss of vision of the right eye over a 1-year period, and as such was referred from ophthalmology for further management. In a medical report seen by this newscast, it indicates that a repeat MRI of the brain was done on March 6, 2023. The medical report noted that a previous MRI was done in February 2020. The updated MRI shows a mild increase in lesion size and encasement of the optic nerves.
So far, they say you get a mass over the optic nerve and it's spreading because of the vision loss. But if the surgery be done, we could get back vision.
Meanwhile, The JIPA has since provided Rosario with an invoice indicating the cost and terms of payment. The JIPA network is a health care network offering a coordination of care at competitive rates.
I went to Ministry of Health and they say they're gonna give 5,000 US, but the cost is 52,000 US to do the surgery in Colombia. And I ain't get no more funds, so I gotta seek whosoever could assist me.
While no deadline has been given as to how early the surgery must be done before the situation can be medically corrected, Rosario says he was assured that he will have full vision restored after the operation. The young man says he cannot work so as to earn and survives on public assistance provided by the government, which he began to receive in April. Additionally, he cultivates plantains, but his income cannot allow him to save for the needed surgery.
I asking for a kind donation towards my surgery.
If persons want to donate, where can they take the money, or what would you like them to do?
Well, they could take the money to Demerara Bank.
He has since set up an account at Demerara Bank. The account number is 102-1260-800. Additionally, Rosario can be contacted on telephone numbers 636-2645 and 694-0961. For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
The tourism sector has been on a rebound in recent years, and according to President Dr. Irfan Ali, the government will be leveraging Guyana's oil and gas status to ensure tourism plays a key role in the country's economic transformation. Gerald Bryan tells us more.
Last week, President Dr. Irfan Ali spoke of the importance the government places on tourism as an economic sector. According to President Ali, tourism will have a massive role to play in Guyana's economic growth. The president further noted that with the country's natural advantages as an oil and gas producer, they can leverage that success to promote Guyana's tourism product.
Tourism is going to be a massive, massive asset for Guyana. We are going to have, and trust me, in maybe 5 to 10 years, you will see tourism as one of the key sectors in our economic pillar of transformation. And that will come because of the natural leverage that Guyana is enjoying with the being in the spotlight. You know, there was a time when to get the Economist magazine to come here, they don't even know where Guyana was. But today, because of one sector, the oil and gas, we're able to project the opportunities in many other sectors.
Nor is this limited to tourism, as according to the president, his government will also be doing same for the agriculture sector. Guyana is currently collaborating with a number of countries on sectors such as tourism. Just recently, Guyana signed an agreement with Costa Rica to further partnerships between the two countries in tourism. They also committed to exploring investment opportunities and exchange knowledge and technical support. There has also been talk of closer collaboration with Guyana and St. Lucia and Ecuador when it comes to tourism. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
We now tell you that Miss India Guyana Aruna Sugdeo was on Sunday crowned Miss India Worldwide during the grand coronation of the international pageant in Pune, India. The last queen to have won the international pageant was Alana Sibaran back in 2012. 11 years later, the stunning Guyanese beauty Aruna Sugdeo wowed the judges with her exceptional performance to win the coveted title. Sugdeo, a third-year economics student at the University of Guyana, also copped the special prizes for Miss Beautiful Hair. The local franchise holders are Hashim Ali and his wife Milicia Pertab Ali. Prior to her leaving Guyana for the pageant, Sugdeo expressed that she had high expectations for the pageant and was looking forward to an exciting journey. And now for a look at the bird reports.
The Demerara Harbor Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Tuesday, June 20th at 4:15 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Tuesday, June 20th at 5:05 hours for a period of 1.5 hours.
Gold Cup, Jaguars down Grenada, confidence ahead of Guadeloupe clash, and Warramori Top Girls, Bartica Boys champion Exxon U14. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Turbo energy drink rolling out the Turbo Hot Summer Wheels promotion. Win a brand new 2023 Honda HR-V plus over $3 million in weekly cash and prizes. Just grab any bottle of Turbo energy drink, Buster or Classic, and locate the 8-digit code on the bottle. Then visit Turbo IG and Facebook at Turbo_Caribbean for more details. Conditions apply.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Come visit us on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles.
Knock off. The Oreos belong to us. No, they belong to whoever finds them first.
Get your Oreo Transformers Limited Edition and awaken the beast.
Wash Bay operators, are you looking for that unique service to elevate your business? Well, come on down to your #1 industrial store, Sylvie's, and invest in an undercarriage pressure washer tool. That's right, impress your customers by now washing under their vehicles easy and efficiently with an undercarriage tool. We have in stock different types that offer a wider range of services and can increase your revenue without having to invest in expensive ramps. Your customers are going to leave satisfied. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets location, we can deliver in and around Georgetown. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvie's Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.